So if you've been flying some of these, then there is a high chance that you've been using some patch antennas. Likely the TRUERC patch antennas. And no wonder if you did, because these are the best on the market. There wasn't really any competition because so far there was no other patch antenna released for the G2 goggle. And when I saw BDI release these, I was really happy because as much as I love the TRUERC antennas, they're really fragile and not so easy to transport. So this one might just tick all the boxes for me. Now again, this is not going to be a scientific test since I don't have the instruments to do that. But hey, in reality, I much prefer real life results than scientific bench tests. So here we go. Let's take it to the field. Let's take it for a spin. So here we are testing the antennas. The spot that we got today is no man's land. I mean, as you can see, there is about 10 kilometers in each direction without any real civilization. So hopefully this is going to do it. So the plan today is to get the stock antennas, the TRUERC antennas, and the new BDIs tested. We're going to fly out in a straight line, constant speed, 70 kilometers per hour, about 70 meters for each kilometer in height. Obviously until we reach the height limit. We got a spotter, so basically, you know, we got spotters. All right, so the first test is gonna be the brand new antennas. There you go. I look like a fucking mouse. Close them up. They look quite nice, and then you open them up and you start looking like a freaking bunny. But yeah, it's what it is. That's the TRUERC and the stock antennas, and basically we're going to do 2 times 3 flights. That means 2 different goggles, so that we rule out the chance that, you know, my antennas are on the quad are bad or anything's up with the goggles. In terms of the quads today, we got a Foxeer RS7 03 air unit with Lumineer, my trusty Frankenstein Chimera, 03 air units, and the Albatros V1 antennas. We're not going to put GoPros on because there's no point. It's not really a cinematic flight or anything. You'll be looking at DVR anyways. 12 satellites, that's the max I'm getting. So yeah, rock and roll. I guess off we go. BDI test. All right. Flying in a straight line, 50 kilometers, 60, 70 kilometers per hour. As you can see from the footage, the performance of these antennas is really on par. I mean, I can barely spot the difference, and to be honest, if I had 2 flights with the same antennas, I would have probably got the same different results each time. So, you know, a little variation in each flight is expected. You're not going to fly the same angle, you're not going to fly the same height. Really, there is just 0 difference. So in reality, if you need to decide on which one to buy, is, well, probably the decision will be based on price, availability, and how much ease of use is important to you. For some people, you know, they're not bothered because they keep these antennas in their bag and they just pop them on when they're trying to do a long range flight. But for others, having the swivel in, swivel out bunny ears is a lot more important. So I'll leave it up to you. I think, yeah, they're great. So I'm happy with the results. 9 minutes in the air, 4 kilometers sharp. That's when I started to get yellow bars. Now, obviously, I could have gone higher. I could have swiveled my head a little bit. Maybe I could have done another, I don't know, kilometer
or more. But to be fair, I kept almost full signal until 4 kilometers, so I suspect it's not the antennas. So Gabe is getting the, well, almost the same result. So he's made it out 4 kilometers. He's back. He's getting a solid 50 megabits as well with the TRUERC. Now, obviously, like, I'm not debating the TRUERC is one of the best antennas on the market. So that being said, the 3D print inserts that go into the goggles, that's what scares me. So with the BDIs, I feel a little bit better in terms of construction and in terms of you know, holding it around, because I can just swivel them, and for storage reasons I think the BDI is going to be better. I'll see. You know what, it is what it is. TRUERC, BDI, both pass the test. I'll look at the DVR when I get home and I'll start comparing some of the differences, but that's just really nitpicking. And you know, overall, whichever one you buy, you'll end up having a great one. I really wanted to fly with the stock antennas. Gabe is still up for flying it in the cold, but my hands are so freezing, so we'll get a little bit warmed up here and then we'll see if we'll give it a shot. To be honest, I don't know. It would be good to have some references, but I don't know if it's worth it in this cold. I don't want to get sick again.